Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I am Dori, and today we are here with actually a new kind of like mini series that I want to start. So this series, I think for the time being, I'm just going to be calling it Mining with Dori.
If it ain't love, why does it feel so good? Why does it feel so good?
It's not going to be the same thing every time. This time, I got online and I'm just going to be answering some random questions from an online website every time I find like an ore that is significant. If I find iron ore, like a vein or like just even one block, I will answer one question. If I find gold or any gold veins, I will answer 2 questions, and if I find diamonds, I'll answer 3 questions. So that's what I'm going to be doing this time. I think in the future it might be like a story time type video in Mining with Dori and stuff like that. I just think this is a cool, fun little mini series that we're gonna be having on my channel, and I hope you guys enjoy it because it will help me to like have you guys know more about me and stuff. Also, something else is I'm only gonna be using 3 picks, so as long as those picks last is how long the video is gonna be. Why is my cat down here? Excuse me, why did you follow me down here? I don't know. If you guys don't know what server I'm on the magic server. This is my strip mine. So, yeah, that's where we're gonna be doing this. Okay, and like literally a minute after I did that intro, we find a vein of iron ore. So, the first question that is on, that's on this list, which I will actually link in the description below if I remember, it is, do you prefer to spend more time with your significant other, family, or friends, and why? I don't have a significant other, so obviously I can't say that, but honestly, I am with my family at the moment 24/7 because obviously I'm a teenager, I still live at home, so I prefer to spend time with my friends over my family at the moment, which I feel like me being me is going to change within the next few years. But just because I'm still living with my family, I see them on a daily basis, and I know I'm going to see them on a daily basis. So I would honestly much rather prefer to spend time with my friends. Because my friends are my friends, and that's all that needs to be said about that. And we just ran into some more iron, so let's go ahead and answer another question. So the next question is, what activity calms you down and makes you feel at peace with the world? So the thing that calms me down and makes me feel at peace with the world is honestly, for like some reason, I would say probably playing video games or running. So I really really don't like exercising that much. I almost never exercise. Like that's something I don't like. Well, I don't almost never. I do once a day, take like a 30-minute, I run in place, not really like going on a run, like going out in nature or anything, but I do take like 30 minutes every morning to make sure, just to help me kind of like stay a little bit better physically fit, and I take a 30-minute jog. And honestly, it kind of like helps to calm my nerves a little bit and everything, so that's I think why I still do it, because I'm one of those people who will be sitting there watching exercise videos or something, being like, I want to lose weight, while munching on a snack that's like french fries or something to that. Like, horribleness for your body. Yeah. I've been trying to get better, but honestly, I don't know how much better I'm gonna get. But yeah, running probably helps me calm down and feel better. And same with video games. I think video games is probably a close second to make me feel at peace with the world. At least video games are like only a partial solution, because sometimes they're the things that make me like, oh, I want to kill this world right now. You guys, I just came to my house to get coal for torches. Look at this! I am so glad I have you, Oreo. If I didn't have you, I would probably have blown up my house by now. There we go. Easy to take care of with my amazing bow. Okay, so I just found some more iron, which means another 1 question. So we haven't been doing that good with mining today. I'm sorry. So I'm not gonna say the next question because I don't really know how to answer it. So after that, it's, if you see a homeless person asking for money, do you give them any? So the short and sweet answer to that is no, I do not. The more extended answer to that is because, like, or the reasoning behind it is because I live in such a large city area. I have seen people who are quote unquote homeless on the side of the road asking for money, asking, you know, like for money for handouts, stuff like that. And then you see them later taking off, like they'll go like to like a really, really nice car, and or you'll see them with these really expensive cell phones that you're like, okay, if I was homeless, I wouldn't have a cell phone. Probably still be using payphones, which I do still have every once in a while in some places. I mean, yeah, I would be using a payphone. I would not be paying for a cell phone. So it's the main reason I don't, because a lot of people out here are tricksters. I mean, there are some that do genuinely need help, and for that, I don't do it. Like, I haven't done it in years now, but I have volunteered like at homeless shelters and stuff. So like, giving my time is, in my opinion, equivalent to giving money. So as I was telling that story, that little tidbit, we found some more iron. So another one question. So the next question is, what will immediately disqualify a potential significant other? This question I might have to give a little bit more thought to, because I guess I've never had a significant other. I don't have any good or bad experiences. I think the main thing that would immediately disqualify someone from being my significant other is if I told them, oh, I'm from New Mexico, because as everyone on here knows that has been on this channel for at least like a little while, probably knows by now I am New Mexican. I'm pretty sure I have that in my bio. If they told me, oh, do you have to speak Spanish, or what is it like across the border, that would immediately disqualify them. Immediately. Like, no second thought about it. That would just be, that's a done deal. If you say something like that to me, I'm like, sorry, but I ain't gonna be with someone who's that ignorant to, like, cultures and places, even within the US. If it's someone from out of country, I'm fine. Not as big of a deal, but if it was someone from, like, in the country, like someone from a state over or something, I'd be like, okay, yeah, no. So the next question is, how adventurous are you? And to give some examples. So I would consider myself a fairly adventurous person. I have never really enjoyed things like going camping and stuff, which you would be probably like, well, how are you adventurous? I do enjoy doing things like ziplining. I do eventually want to go skydiving, which I consider, if I want to do those two things, adventurous. When I was a little bit younger, when I was still in Boy Scouts, I did like go camping a lot, even though I didn't really like it, just because I don't really like being like, I guess I'm a really big city person. Like, I'm a city boy. Like, let's be honest, I'm completely a city boy, and I don't really like being without indoor plumbing. But I'm adventurous in like different aspects. Like, I wouldn't mind going scuba diving. I would never be in a cage next to a shark, but I wouldn't mind going scuba diving and being able to see all the different creatures and stuff down in the ocean. I wouldn't mind going skydiving. I wouldn't mind going ziplining. One of my favorite things to do, like, I don't do it very often either, since, like I said, I'm a city boy. I would enjoy going hiking so much, and whenever me and my family go on vacations, we almost always go hiking in certain areas, and it's so much fun. Where I live, it's not as much fun just because it's so hot, but like in other places, it's a lot of fun. So as you guys saw right here, as I was mining that coal, we found some more iron. So on to the next question. So the next question is, who do you want to be more like? So I don't really know if there's really anyone I want to be more like, mostly because I am very happy with who I am, other than maybe like my physical aspects. That's like the only thing I'm not happy with, is just because like I'm not physically fit and I really want to be, but I'm also a very lazy person. So I think if there was anyone that I would actually say that I would want to be more like, it'd probably be, I'd want to be more like Lily Singh or Superwoman, just because of how, I don't know, like just how she is. I just like the way she is. I like her attitude towards the world. Honestly, that's like my favorite probably part about her, is I love her attitude towards the world, towards life, and everything. So that's probably the person I'd want to be more like. So we found some more iron down here at Bedrock. I swear, if I fall through the world while mining this, I will be extremely sad. So the next question is, do you think any part of your personality needs to be improved? If so, which part of my personality? I don't know, to be honest. Probably the main thing is I would like to be more outgoing in person, like in real life. Not online, but in real life. I say specifically in real life because my personality is not very outgoing by any means if I'm around people in real life. I am very reserved, very quiet. I probably need to be a lot more outgoing. So that's the thing that I would want to change. Like, that's the thing in my personality that needs to be improved. Okay, so I have found what is probably going to be our last bit of iron. So let's go ahead and pick a very good, probably last question to answer. Probably the last question I'm going to answer is, where do you go when you want to be alone? So this question, I guess, has kind of like two different ways I can answer it in a way. Because when I want to be alone offline, I don't go online. When I want to be alone, because most of the people I talk to, when I talk to them, it's online. So when I want to be alone most of the time, I will just get offline, turn off my phone, not be on my computer, just kind of be alone, be with myself, not really worry about anything else much. But in another sense, being away, like alone or being away from people can be completely different, and it means like actually physically in the real world. Like, where I'm sitting right now, I'm sitting in the real world, obviously. So, like, it could have that meaning as well. And in that meaning, I don't really have a specific place that I go. I've never really, like, wanted to be completely alone. So, like I said, I don't really have a specific place where I would go to be alone, like, in real life, like, sitting here physically right now, I don't really have anywhere I would go to be alone, I guess. Which is, I guess, kind of weird. Is probably not very normal, because most people probably have, like, that one room or that one spot where they always go to be alone, like what you see in the movies where people go onto the balcony or, like, onto, like, the roof outside their window. I don't really have a spot to be alone. I just kind of stay in my room. I don't come out. Or I get in a book, and I don't look up from that book if I want to be alone. If I really want to be alone. Which most of the time isn't really the case, I guess, most of the time. Like, I don't really ever completely want to be alone. And when I say that, like, okay, so I never really completely want to be alone. I mean, there have been times where I'm like, okay, I need to get off my phone. I also need to really just kind of stay in my room, not really talk to anybody. I have done that, I think, like, once before. Like I said, it's not very often. There have been, like, other instances earlier in my life where I wouldn't say I was, like, depressed or anything, but I got very sad very often for, I think, like, a few months. It was a few months long is how long it lasted. I don't really know why, because like I said, I wasn't depressed. I had no reason to be depressed or to be sad. I just was. So I would kind of just, like I said, stay in my room, not really talk to anybody, just kind of read a book for hours on end or watch YouTube for hours on end, which I guess isn't really being alone, but in a way it kind of is. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end off this video here. I hope you guys enjoy this video concept. I think this would be a cool video concept for like once a week. If you guys like it, let me know in the comments below. I would really enjoy your feedback. If you guys have any suggestions for what I can do in the future for this series, also let me know down in the comments below. That would be amazing. So, yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. And if you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see y'all next time on my channel. Yep. Bye!